The first thing that you want to know is what is ANKA, maybe. So I'll show you right now. Straightforward. So we are three things. Just like you could summarize, I said again, Africa is part of ANKA. The same way Instagram is part of Meta. So as you can see, we have three products. So we have the marketplace Africa. We have a product of payment, ANKA Pay, that will help you get paid from anywhere in the world on social media, on WhatsApp or Instagram or anywhere you wish, including your website. And also a shipping solution that gets you the best rate out of Nigeria, but anywhere else in Africa if you want to ship to the rest of the world. So to simplify, ANKA, it's Africa, but also a payment solution and a shipping solution to help you sell everywhere you want to sell. If I look at the numbers, because you might ask why I'm speaking about this, is over the years, and if you look at our numbers, we've been able to do $50 million of transaction in 175 countries. So sellers from Nigeria and from 46 African countries sold globally already. And we did that with over 20,000 shops and 50,000 customers all over the world. So you have a few metrics here to give a sense of what we do. But what matters the most is actually from what we have done, and we're going to see in the next slide here, is what we want to share. So today, the event, if you want, you can scan here. You have a QR code to scan, and the team can share with you. Or you can just go tap this link here, is to share our white paper report. So basically, our goal is to share all of the data over the sales and all of the things we have been doing to make sure that you can grow your business too. And even if you're not a brand, you can work with brands in a better way and have better impact globally. So that's the idea. Now, because I want to save you the 40-page reading, the idea is to make a quick and easy review. The first learning we had from the white paper report is that people that are exporting do so with zero stock. So you don't necessarily need to have a lot of stock to start looking for exporting, because the average time of shipment is 23 days after the payment. So you have time to make your products on order and save the money of the stock. And the other thing that is important is if you look at the numbers, most sellers that do $3,000 or plus per month are exporting majority of their sales, 75%. And keep in mind also that the record on our platform in 1 month was $50,000 of sale in 1 month. So it can go pretty high. The idea then is, how do you get to be the same? How do you do the same type of sales? Another lesson that I can show you from the white paper report, you will see there on the next slide, is pretty straightforward. Most people tend to complain as the biggest issue of funding, lacking funds. So I don't know if it's the case for you also in your business here, if you're listening to me. But what we noticed is that there is kind of a dissonance where people complain about not having enough funding, but at the same time, their main investor is their clients. So actually, and what people need to understand from our logic is the sellers that get funding are the ones that already have clients. You don't get the funding before the clients. The clients are just a consequence. Now, the funding is just a consequence of having the right clients. Same thing for visibility, and I'm going to use that example because it's also one of the things that people have trouble with. The next slide is going to explain it for you is, if you think about sales as a fire, visibility is only the wind. It can only amplify an already existing spark. It cannot create sales. And that, I think, is something that all influencers here, all the brands can attest to. It's not because you get a lot of eyeballs that you're going to get sales. And we have the numbers to back it. So the numbers you see here are from our machine learning algorithm that looked at what increased your chance of selling when you have a brand and when you have products that you want to sell globally. Most people think that having double the views will help them sell more. But when you look at the numbers, doubling your views only increases your sales chance by 1%. Another funny thing for most people is that even slashing your price by half will only increase your chance of selling by 0.15%. So it's not even another solution, it's just let's do discount, let's cut the prices. You're not going to get sales this way either. The only thing that we see correlating well with actually growing your sales is regularly improving your products, regularly making better descriptions, better pictures, new content, including of your bestsellers. This is the only way you actually see 100% increase in chance of selling. So I imagine for a lot of people it can be new, but it's important to keep in mind that that also means that you need to make sure you have the right process in place and not just the right views and the right numbers of people seeing you. The next thing I wanted to share with you to conclude is, what are the 3 things, if you want to do only 3 things to increase your sales? And when we think about the sellers that do $1 million a year of sales with us, $100,000 of sales with us, the 3 things they do the most is actually knowing very well their market, so making sure their product is tailored to a specific audience. You cannot be everything to everyone. You can only be the best brand for a specific type of customer that you need to know. And your content, your pricing, and even how you sell is supposed to reflect that. The other thing is, you need to look and find best-selling products. Another key thing you should know is that even the top brands do 80% of their sales with only one product. One product in one color can do 80% of the sales of the best brands. So you need to maintain this product and make sure you keep it. And last but not least, you need to regularly, like I mentioned earlier, regularly innovate. Regularly do new pictures, new content, new videos, using new body types, different type of customers. And if you do this market mastery, if you regularly innovate and you maintain your bestseller, this is how you can grow to do hundreds of thousands and even millions of dollars of sales online and exporting. So I'm going to conclude on that with one last piece of information. When you mention market mystery, is who are the customers on our platform and who can be your customers? Because I imagine a lot of you are going to ask, okay, I want to export, I want to do $1 million of sales online. Who am I supposed to sell to? Once again, you cannot sell everything to everyone. You need to focus on who are your best target market according to your product. We identified among our 350,000 customers 3 big personas. 89% are women, so that's a common thing. But the one thing that you need to keep in mind is that each of the 3 types, so you have the African diaspora, that represents only 30% of the customer base, and only 11 million potential customers. But much bigger is the potential customers of Afro-Caribbean and Black American that represents 75 million, 74 million people, and represent already 40% of our customers. And last but not least, we have 30% of our customers that are neither Black nor African. So people that are none of these 2 personas, and all of these 3 people buy different things differently. So I will go quickly and show you what they each buy. So starting with the diaspora, they like to buy elegant, comfortable, and refined products. So if you do products that tend to be very sober, very elegant, very discreet, but with meaning and quality, this is your customer type, most likely. And if you want to sell to them, this is what you should focus on. Next is the long looked for Black American and Caribbean customers. So these customers, for those that want to get to them, you need to have products that are bold, statement, ideally colorful, but most importantly, sexy. I know it can be surprising for some people, even though it can be ladies that are 40, 50 and older. Their number 1 criteria is they need to show some skin. And they need to make sure that what they are doing and what they're wearing is catching the attention of everyone. It cannot be bland, it cannot be even elegant, it needs to be statement. The good thing is the average basket is double the others. They can go as high in average as almost $200 per purchase. And they are the target market with the biggest repeat buying. To conclude, now I will get to the people that are neither Black nor African. They are looking for something more simple, yet meaningful. And in general, they are going to be the ones that are going to ask you the most questions, even though they're going to be the most faithful. So if you want to sell to this demographic, you need to build a way of interacting and talking with them. That's why we're proud of having on our platform a messaging system that helps you talk to them directly, even if you sell with us. So that's it for the customers. I will just conclude now with the next step. You can download the white paper report online for free, like I mentioned. And if you want to grow further, if you want to go to the US, like Omoyemi mentioned, we're launching soon an opportunity for you to grow in the US. So why the US? You can see on the next slide that, of course, they have the biggest customer potential. But more importantly, the US also doesn't have VAT or customs barrier like Europe. If some of you sold there, you will know that customs can be very painful in Europe. But even more, they also have a very important value given to the products you sell from Africa. So you should go to the US, and if you want to go, we can help you go there, and that's the next slide announcement for today. In addition to the white paper report, we want you to stay tuned and join, if you want, the ANKA Growth Club that is launching in November 8th. So what is the Growth Club? Is we're going to offer the opportunities to a selection of the best brands all over Africa to come and go with us to the US. So we're going to pay and organize pop-ups in different towns in the US with our audience, but also other audiences that are matching exactly what we described here. And the great thing is, in addition to the pop-ups, we're also going to provide you before the summer with mentoring from some of the best experts in the domain. So most of you know Andrea Iyama already, I hope. I don't know if you can confirm or deny. It's probably one of the most known and branding efficient brand out of Nigeria in the US. So she will help people and help you if needed work on your branding, your product positioning. But you also have Sheed Liberty, that is someone that is selling currently with Target. So he has a brand out of Liberia selling with Target, and he sold with Saks before that. So if you're interested in selling in retail store also, this is the guy to help you get there. And last but not least, we have also in our mentors, you can go back, on our mentors, you have Maureen Oluwele, the global head of luxury for Meta. So if you want to get better at advertising, on working on either Facebook, Instagram, or any other channel, including PR for your brand, Maureen is the person that's going to help. So if you want to join right now, you can try to scan this, or just stay tuned on our social media, so ANKA and Africa, and you can contact us if need be, or come back to the team to make sure you can join the club, grow in the US, and make, we hope, a lot of money globally. Thank you for your time. That's it for me. Thanks, everyone.